Hello, welcome to our 2021-22 open house. My name is Mrs. Wise and I'm your student's geometry or Algebra 2 CP teacher. To start off, I wanted to go over this just grade percentage breakdown. This is the same across the entire school. So if you need to kind of pause this and take a peek at it, then feel free to do so. Looking at our categories and weights for both classes, in Algebra 2, assignments are 15% of the grade. Quizzes and tests are 65% of the grade, and the final is 20%. In geometry, assignments are 20%, quizzes and tests are 60%, and the final is 20%. So notice that all together, my quizzes and tests and final altogether, all the tests are about 80 to 85% of the grade. Okay, that's because we really want kids to know, to be measured what they know, not what they're practicing to know. Okay, so it's really important in mathematics. So let's talk about our assignments. Every assignment has 2 days to complete. The first day I'll assign it and I want them to get that done that first day. And then the second day I want them to come back with questions on that assignment. There's really no reason for them to not get full credit on their assignments because they have those 2 days. The second day they can ask questions and or fix any issues with their assignment and get it all corrected and fixed, and then to turn in and grade on the next day. Okay. We have two different kinds of assignments. We have worksheets and Excels. The worksheets are just what they are, worksheets, and we grade them in class. The Savvis Excels, we have the online curriculum called Pearson Savvis. Those assignments are called Excels, and they're all online. They're immediately graded, but the work needs to be done and submitted for those. And I'll talk about that in just a moment. Late work can be accepted for up to 50%. Up to the end of the unit. After the unit test, no more work will be accepted for that unit. It'll be closed. Okay. So let's talk about that Savvis Excel or the online homework. So if there's 10 problems on that online Excel, there needs to be 10 problems on paper showing the work for that Excel. So every single assignment requires work, and it needs to be uploaded to that Google Classroom Pearson assignment. Okay. The only thing that's online about the Excels is getting immediate feedback and the resources they give them when they get them incorrect. They'll give them some sort of example problem or some hints on how to solve them. But really the goal is if they let them kind of help them through those problems on how to solve them, that is really, really golden. And the fact that they're getting immediate feedback on whether they're correct or not. But they need to make sure they upload work with them or they get no work, no credit. Okay? Quizzes and tests, we have about 2 quizzes per unit, and they're worth about half of a test. The tests are at the end of the unit. While I don't have any retakes, what I do have is a test replacement policy. So let's say we take a couple quizzes over the course of a unit, and the first quiz, somebody scores a 65%, and let's say the second test, they score 70%, but we're still kind of learning the material along the way, right? That's kind of the goal of the quizzes. They're almost like a practice test or mini test. And so what I want these kids to do is really kind of take these quizzes and learn from their mistakes that they're still trying to figure out. By the time we get to the unit test, we want to have kind of figured out our bumps along the road on these tests and fix those problems and fix those mistakes. By the time we get to the unit test, hopefully maybe we score 80%. And if we score that 80%, what I'm going to do is take that score and replace both of these scores with an 80%. And so my goal is to motivate them to continue to learn throughout the unit and to correct those grades and to improve those grades. So when they say, hey, how can I get my test grade up? This is how, okay? They can come in and go over their quizzes with me. They can figure out what they're doing wrong, where their missteps are, and try to correct those for that unit test to improve they have an opportunity to really improve both of those, all those quiz scores, okay? It's been a really good program for me, the way we've been doing that, and I've had really a lot of success with it. Okay, the final is cumulative. The first semester is over the entire semester, and the end of the year exam is over the entire year. Okay, so what if I'm absent or quarantined? So in Google Classroom, in the stream, there's a Google slide, and I want to quickly show this to you really fast. So in Google Classroom, if you go to the stream up here, you'll see this Google slide, and this is the same in geometry. It'll say just geometry notes and videos. And if you click on that guy, it'll pull up this Google slide, and it'll have unit 1, 2, 3, 4 across. And by the time we get to the end of the year, it'll be unit 6. And for geometry, I think it's unit 10 or something. The only one that's live right now is this Unit 1. So we click on it because that's the only one we've been doing. But this will take you to notes and videos, and then any other kind of resources. For this one is how to print your own graph paper online. But if I go in here, my notes, I have all the notes from the entire Unit 1 so far that we've done. It'll have the date that we did the notes, okay, and the title of them, all right? And then in here is all the videos for this same sections. And so if you need to go through the videos here and even take your own notes, because sometimes my written notes don't make any sense, but that's why these videos are so much more powerful. You can pause, rewind, kind of go at the videos at your own pace. Okay, so really if when you're quarantined, I want you to really keep up on these guys. And then here in classwork, we have our daily agendas and assignments of what we're doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for week 4. We're in week 5 now, and we had yesterday's work, and I haven't posted today's work yet. Okay, and here's some more resources just available for the kids. Okay, so if you are quarantined, I expect you to keep up on the daily work just like you were remote last year. If you're sick, that's a little bit different story, because if you don't feel like you can't work, then we need to have a conversation, and when you get back, we need to have a plan for you to get made up. Okay, so if you're gone for longer than 5 days, please see me for a plan. Otherwise, it's 1 day for each absence to get those made up. And for quizzes, make up on the day you return, unless you're gone for more than 3 days. And then again, please just communicate with me, and let's come up with a plan of getting caught back up. The biggest thing I always tell people is to try to keep current first and then go back, because the more you try to go backwards and keep trying to get caught up, then you start to keep getting behind on the current concepts. So this is the tricky part about this quarantine, is I have a revolving door of several kids kind of coming in and out. And so we really want to try to keep you guys up to date with those. And so that's why I'm using the videos from last year. Okay. Okay, here's the materials. I still have a few kids not showing up with some of the materials. Graph paper is really critical for my Algebra 2. Compass protractor, straight edge is really critical for geometry, although both algebra and geometry kids need a ruler, and scientific calculator. Okay, kids are still trying to use their phones for the calculators. That's not acceptable. So please make sure they have an appropriate calculator. Okay. So if you need to contact me, here's my email address. Of course, check Grades in Skyward. I try to leave comments in there as much as possible to give you information on anything that's other than tens. Parent Square, please feel free. Oh, I don't know, I misspelled that. Cross it out. Parent Square, feel free to go ahead and message me there. It's not preferred. The only reason I like email better is because I can track a conversation in there a lot easier, where Parent Square gets kind of messy on my end. And so I do prefer email if you want to contact me, although don't hesitate to send a Parent Square message. Okay. But if you have any questions, please give me a holler. Let me know if you have any concerns, or if you'd like to just discuss anything, if you have any questions from this presentation. All right. It's a great start of the school year. I've really enjoyed your students, and I hope to see you soon. Have a good night. Bye-bye.